Notice that when politicians, and particularly the experts, the scientists, the public officials, do y'all not understand that they have been virtually incorrect throughout this entire pandemic? What they said was going to happen didn't happen multiple times. Hell, their initial projections were all incorrect. All of them. They had to, and they tried to sneakingly revise their models because it was not as deadly as what they initially anticipated. But they have gotten so much incorrect. They locked you down. They said this, if we did this, this is the way that we're going to, stop this spread, blah, blah, blah. And they were virtually unsuccessful. And then you have spots throughout the world, really, that are entering into second lockdowns, meaning that the first one didn't work. So you got nothing out of it, right? You basically got 7, 8, 9 months in a lot of cases where you were completely, your livelihoods have been taken away from you. Many of you guys have been laid off from your job because it was made illegal. Supply chains were interrupted to work illegal to work in some spots, depending on what avenue that you worked. I'm a musician. We cannot tour. We have everybody asking, where's the second Backwards album? We can't give you the Backwards album because we can't tour. For a sophomore album to put it out and not be able to tour is career suicide. So we're not doing it. We have to wait. I'm sorry. So if you continue to, you pay attention, right? And how the posts keep shifting, right? Slow to spread. We just need 15 days. That's all we need. And that turned into fucking 7, 8, 9 months. Right? And then, you get the mask. If you wear the mask, we can remain reopen. We can remain open. Nope. Not only did you get restrictions, you got mask mandates on top of the restrictions. None of what they have said was supposed to work worked. And anytime that they fail, their constituents, their followers, they virtually say, well, y'all didn't listen to us fast enough, or y'all didn't listen to us enough, because they'll never take responsibility for being wrong. They are playing with your lives. And this is why I said, I went on a really passionate sort of rant about this, and that this does not end until there are mass forms of civil disobedience. That's where it's at. Because they have realized that they could scare you into really doing whatever the fuck it is that they want. Never mind that they've been virtually wrong on all aspects of this. They've gotten it wrong, but they will never accept responsibility, and there's no consequence to them being wrong. There's no consequence to them ruining your lives, your livelihoods. People are dipping into their savings because that's the last ditch effort to try to survive, because it's essentially illegal for them to remain open in any capacity, depending on what job they have, right? And that shit is like funny to them. They parade this idea around as if, well, they care so much about you and they're trying to save lives, and that's how they get away with it. Though they're wrong. They're wrong. There's no consequence to them being wrong. These punk ass academics, these punk ass educrats, everybody that's in their pocket, the experts, all of them that's in their pocket should be, in my honest opinion, dragged the fuck out of whatever university they talk from. They may be doing things virtual now, and put on the fucking streets, because these guys get to remain in their comfort, right? Including these scientists that you guys, the other experts, they get to remain in the comfort of their job. They're getting paid in a lot of cases by way of the taxpayer, depending on what way that you look at it. And they get to remain in their spots while other people's lives have been derailed. and they think the shit is fucking funny. You just want to get a haircut. No, nigga. It's more than that. You are talking about people that have been laid the fuck off from jobs they've been working for a long period of time. No, that's not it. It's not just that they want to get a haircut, but check this out. Even if they did, so the fuck what? That is an honest job, an honest service that they should be able to perform voluntarily if both the customer and the person doing the hair want to assume that risk. We're doing this all. Keep this in mind for something that has a 99% survival rate. $99%. And now they touted out this crooked. I mean, if you don't know Pfizer, I'd encourage you to look at the mass amounts of settlements and stuff that they've had to make, and they get to run around and say, "Hey, we got a vaccine. It is 90% effective." What the fuck does that mean? You draw your own context clues. 90% effective for something that has a 99% survivability rate. Whatever, take from that whatever that you may. Now they say, well, we got to get the vaccine. Even Trump's ass. We got the military ready to push these damn things out and get them to everybody that needs them. I'm not taking that shit. Now, if you want to take that, if you trust these assholes that's been wrong for virtually this whole period of time, right? These motherfuckers have been unable to solve or find, which is a coronavirus, by the way, the common cold. They have not been able to cure that at all. Somehow, they have found a vaccine that can eliminate it, or not rather eliminate it, more so that, you know, you get the immunity and let's say you don't get the side effects, though it probably does come with some side effects. Okay. They figured this out. They just found out about the virus. Somehow they got the vaccine ready to go. Not taking that shit. Not even doing it. Not doing it. Y'all can do that, and I believe that it is your freedom. It is your right to take that shit if that's something that you want to take. I'm not taking it. But even then, we get another bait switch. We can't return to normalcy, they said, until we get a vaccine. And now the vaccine is around the corner, and now they switch things up again. Fauci saying, well, no. Don't go back to doing what it was that you were doing. No. Instead, you still should be social distancing. You still should be wearing a fucking mask. Wow. This whole thing, I just did a video. I did an entire segment on it a couple of shows ago. This entire thing has been the art of the bait and the switch and the move of the goalpost. And like I say, they keep laughing at this shit like it's fucking funny. They talk about long-term effects of the virus. They don't seem to care about the long-term effects of, I don't know, shutting people down for a very long extended period of time. I don't know, borrowing money, printing it out of thin air. Let's talk about the long effects of selling off assets of unborn people. Let's talk about those long-term effects, because the bubble at some point gotta pop. And still, somehow, she got an economics degree. It goes to show how hacked academia is. Somehow, this helpful AOC came out on the other side of this shit talking about, again, shut everything down, pay people to stay at home. These people do not talk at all about this bubble that they continue to get. I mean, they're making it work because it's going to pop regardless, right? That's just the nature of this. You can't be just monetizing your debt. And the bubble is not going to pop at some point. You can't do that. But what they are ensuring is that more people are going to get it worse off when it does pop. And that's what makes them evil pieces of shit. That's what makes them easy. Like evil pieces of shit. But the main takeaway from this is that when the politicians enact these rules and these enforcements on behalf of the science, which doesn't even seem to consider economics for the most part, on behalf of the science trademark, only the scientists that they listen to, right? But on behalf of the scientists who advises them, they have all of these restrictions, be it not just mass mandates, I'm talking economic restrictions on people. And then if they're virtually unsuccessful, they still have these cases rising and all of this sort of stuff. It's virtually unsuccessful, and they have no fucking consequence to it. There's no consequence to them doing that. They don't get hit economically because either they work for the government or they're funded by way of the taxpayer, by way of the government, through the government, or they get money from the government that the taxpayers fund, or again, more monetized assets, future assets. And there's no consequence. They're still gonna be getting their money. This is why it's so easy for a doctor or a nurse to get on CNN or whatever it is, talk about how everybody should be shutting down. You should be taking it serious, because the only way to them, let them tell it to take it serious. The only way that you could possibly take it serious is to remaining cooped up in your fucking house all day long in a bubble. That's it, right? That's the only way to take it serious. But it's easy for them to say that. It's easy for them to say that because, one, they're going to remain getting paid, right? And inside a lot of cases, when we talk about the hospitals, they literally get funded for having COVID patients. But again, they listen to them. They enact rules. They enforce laws. They get it wrong. It doesn't even stop what it is that they claim that they were trying to stop. No consequence to being wrong. This is why I will continue to reiterate that this does not end until there are mass forms of civil disobedience. I ain't saying we got to start shooting it out in the streets. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that until businesses, business owners, and people start saying, you know what? Go fuck yourself. If you're going to take me to jail, good luck. I already told y'all the hill that I'm for sure going to die on is that vaccine. I would love for this to be documented. So in case that my black ass ends up in jail or I got whooped up by the police because I didn't get a if it gets to that point, I'm not taking that shit. Yes, absolutely, it's worth going to jail for. Absolutely. I told Glenn Beck this. I talked about this on Blaze TV. That is where the line absolutely is drawn. I'm not taking that shit. So if I'm either forced or something like that, it is what it is. But absolutely, it's worth going to jail over, for sure. Now, I'm not telling you to go to jail for it, but for me personally, absolutely, it's worth going to jail over, because I'm not taking that. I'm not taking it. Y'all gonna have to whoop my ass. Y'all gonna have to drag me up out this bitch and I'll whoop my ass. That's what's gonna have to happen, because that's where the law's getting drawn. The line's getting drawn, excuse me. And it's just a mask, it's just a vaccine. Don't care. It's always just a something with them, and they keep enforcing more and more and more restrictions because it's just whatever it is. Not taking it. Simply not taking it. So good luck. If y'all want to take that shit, you believe in science so much that they rush out a vaccine and it's ready to go, no side effects, no problems or anything like that, I'll take my chances of 99% survivability rate for folks in my age group, because I was born in fucking 1990, baby. I'm a young man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young man. I'm virtually healthy. And I'll take my chances. I take my chances. I like my chances. If I get it and I somehow am part of the 1% of people in my age demographic or with my health status that die from it, it is what it is. My opinions don't change. Obviously, I'll be a dead motherfucker. But either way, I want to have on the record that none of this changes, even if I got COVID, got sick, got hospitalized, or I kicked the curb. It doesn't matter. None of my positions change. So when you have this on record, in the event that I catch it, if I haven't already got it, if I catch it and I pass, make sure y'all link people this episode. And I want people to say, go fuck yourself. Because I know it's going to be people that are like, yeah, man, that guy was so against the mask mandate, so against the lockdown. Now he's passed. You should have, now y'all that watch him, y'all should listen to us. No, don't listen to him. Fuck him. Nothing's changed. The survivability rate is still the survivability rate. So tell them to go fuck themselves. Period.